Talladega County Schools is under investigation by the U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights.
Yeah, this comes after a parent filed a complaint alleging discrimination and retaliation at B.B. Comer Memorial High School. The Department of Education's OCR investigation is not a determination of the merits of the allegations, but based on the parents' complaints, the agency is investigating two legal issues: whether the Talladega County school system treated the student differently based on race, and whether they retaliated against the parent for complaining about his 7th grade son and how he was being treated by one of his teachers, who he says has singled the child out.
Brayden Wilson's record at B.B. Comer Memorial School speaks for itself. All A's, kindergarten through 6th grade, excelling in science, language, reading, social studies, math. Last year's Talladega County Spelling Bee champion, even made the paper for it, the son of a teacher and a preacher.
All Brayden wants to do is go to school and learn. I mean, he doesn't play sports. He just wants to go to school and learn. He has his eyes set on Harvard. He wants to learn. He wanted to learn math.
But Reverend Jeffrey Wilson says something isn't adding up in his son's 7th grade math class.
This is an advanced math class, and yet they're working on worksheets. Talladega County is a one-to-one school, meaning that there should be some type of digital platform. She wasn't even allowing them to pull their Chromebooks out in the class.
B.B. Comer Memorial Elementary and High School are on the same campus in Sylacauga, where Brayden's mother is a teacher.
My wife reached out to the teacher asking for a conference. That same day that my wife asked for the conference, she pulled him aside in the lunchroom and began to yell at him, asking him, "Why are your parents asking me for a conference?"
That's one of the incidents listed in this complaint filed with the U.S. Department of Education Office for Civil Rights, or OCR, which also alleges race discrimination, threats of in-school detention. And as shown in the complaint, despite the parent providing relevant documentation from a parent whose child heard the teacher refer to the student as a brown boy, the letter states OCR will dismiss the allegation regarding the teacher referring to your child as a brown boy in 2019.
They said because Brayden didn't hear it, that he couldn't file the report, but the lady could. But then she said because they have a 180-day rule, that if it's not made within 180 days, then they really can't touch it without a waiver.
The OCR complaint also includes claims about the teacher switching the students' grades after a parent-teacher conference.
The conference was about the instruction that was being given. So we never went into conference even talking about grades.
Reverend Wilson took this screen grab of Brayden's grades in the school's portal the morning before the conference.
But I did screenshot it on that Friday because I wanted to know, it was tagged like L1 S2 or something like that. So I wanted to know what exactly this meant. There were 5 A's right there.
This is what showed up in the grade portal after the conference.
The 2 top assignments were both F's.
I asked Talladega County Superintendent Dr. Suzanne Lacey about the OCR investigation.
Thank you for calling, but I just wouldn't be able to make a comment due to the nature and the pending legal status of that matter.
The nature of the matter for the Wilsons is all-consuming.
What's your biggest concern for your son?
I think that right now, he came to me and asked me, you know, where would you bury me at? He said, if I died, where would you bury me at? And I think that's one of those things to where, and he's never asked that question. And I think he's getting to the point now to where I'm having to get him counseling.
That's why, although we did hear from Brayden, we did not interview him for this story. His dad says Brayden is persevering. Right now, the Department of Education has 41 pending cases currently under investigation for race and national origin discrimination at elementary, secondary, and post-secondary schools in Alabama. One of them dates back to 2008. And as we mentioned at the top of this story, an OCR investigation is not a determination on the merits of these investigations, which also includes claims in this case with the Wilsons, retaliation against Reverend Wilson, who told us his 15-year-old daughter, who works in the school's office, was made to sign a confidentiality agreement. CBS 42 digital reporter Lee Hedgepeth has that part of the story right now on CBS42.com.